Okay, we're live once again. The stream crashed. Am I actually live once again? Yeah, I am. We're live once again because the stream crashed. And that absolutely sucks. Why is this? But yeah, let's try that again. Uh, should I keep an eye on some temperatures? That might actually be why. So the thing is, my computer crashed completely, and that's also why I stopped last Friday. Um, like after about exactly half an hour. Uh, oh wait, the stream today only lasted 10 minutes. That's really not a long time. So yeah, I'll see if I can keep it alive longer somehow. Um, if that not, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. So I'm just going to not use what's it called, Edge, and see if that helps. I'm also going to close my mails. Yeah. So all the Googling will happen on a different display. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. So navigation lane, navigation view, action, Swift UI. I want some like plus button here, some action button up here right next to books. I also want a search bar. Can I add that immediately? Navigation, back button, title display mode. Let's see what else there is. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. So navigation, title. Uh, Let me actually see what there is of display modes. There's automatic, inline, and large. What's inline? Let's see. Well, that's that thing. I don't like that. What's large? That's that thing. Okay, what else is there? And there's automatic. Okay, you know what? All right. Presenting a view. That's with navigation link. Sure. Still navigation link. Still navigation link. I don't care about navigation links. Passing data between views. Um, okay. Programming navigations. I'm kind of curious about this, so I'm going to snack this real quick. Um, hmm. I'm just curious about what this is. So I took this from Paul Hudson's Hacking with Swift, an excellent. Uh, oh, oh, that's nifty. I have absolutely no use for this whatsoever, but that is very, very nifty. Okay, okay. No use for it whatsoever. Very nifty. Nice to know. Can I then group like this, and then the navigation title, the second view. I'm just experimenting here. This is not at all what I should be doing. Oh, and then it, okay. That's really nice to know. I like this. No use for it whatsoever, but very nice to know. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Cool, cool, cool. But how do I add actions to the navigation? Unappear. Oh, adding bar button items. That's what bar. Oh, okay. So right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna navigation bar items in future. Use toolbar with navigation bar. Navigation. Ah, okay. So toolbar. Right. Oh, right. Okay. So button add, I don't know, console log press print. I think I've done too much JavaScript as of late. Yo, Bunty, thanks for joining again. Okay, so pressed the add btn. Just place this real quick, and then so the idea is when I press add, it should print. It doesn't print. That sucks. Oh, why doesn't it add? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to do this and then say label, right? Then add server, right? Add, crying out loud. Doesn't print. Oh, right, that's because the plane doesn't. Okay, so all of these needs to be a different view. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just comment them away. Just comment them away for now. Add state, but show settings equals false, right? So when you press the button, it'll be show settings equals true, right? And if show setting is equals to true, then can I? Why can I not have a sheet? Should this sheet be here instead? Oh, because compilation errors. Sure. Whatever. And then say empty. All right. Okay. So dot sheet. Sheet is presented should be show settings. So if show settings is presented, then okay. And I'm going to remove all of this and then have a text that says settings, just for now. Okay, resume. I fixed some compilation errors. Should be fixed, right? Build to build schema. You know what? Let's just add these back in. Like it surely can't hurt. Resume. Okay. So if I press this, a sheet should appear, and it does. Nice. Okay. So next step is to have title. Can I just do that? Dot font equals title. Settings. Settings. Right. I am then going to make a settings view, right? New file. I'm calling you. You are a Swift UI file, and you are going to just call the settings. That should work. Where's my concept view? There's my concept view. Do settings. There we go. Cool. Assume. So the thing about Swift UI is, oh, thank you for the good luck, Bunty. So the thing about Swift UI is, it's very, very, very easy to just make views, and Apple encourages this, like abstract, not abstract, like drag everything out into its own view. That way you can more easily, how do you say, like that way you can organize it better and you can compose it better and stuff like that. Views are cheap, views are fast to make, and like this system creates them in an instant. Like it's no issue at all. And that's the great part about views in Swift UI. So that's and they're like designed to be easily constructed like this. So I have made this settings view. So if we go back to here, like as you can see, it just works. So if I, as an example, do V stack, so that's a vertical stack, right? Then make a section. Oh, section that init. What inits do you have? Content footer. Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, that's nice. That's like proper nice. Okay, so if I have a, so that's content header footer. Okay, so if I do this, content and header text servers. I think that's, yeah, and then footer text, I don't know, footer. Right, so what Swift UI will do for me is it'll make sure that all this is good. I then actually don't need this. I'm then going to give you a font of the title. I like my titles. And yeah, right. So what I need here is probably something like, I don't know, navigation view, right? Because then I can down here have a button that does absolutely jack for now. Label, right? And text have it be at server, right? I did one of those. Okay. Right. So as long as there are servers, it yeah. And what I can have here, programmatically, where was it? Navigation link. Oh. Oh. So if we go back to content view, add server, and then it does nothing. That's fine for now, but what do we want to do here? We want, do we even want this footer? I don't think we do, right? What do we want? We want a text field for search documentation. Text field, right? Swift UI. So what do you take? You take a text and then you take this thing and then you take a focused. Okay. So what you need is this and then server host, right? And then it's usually a binding. And the best way to get a binding is, well, my preferred way of getting a binding is with right. So let's see, compilation error. Oh, and then just I wonder why it doesn't allow for like try again. There we go. And then we should be able to be like, why does it look like that? Is it because it's in a VStack? Do you not need to be in a VStack? Let's see what the internet has to say about this. Swift UI section. Right. Oh, Apple Developer Documentations has something about it, but it's not. It's not good. Um. Oh, Paul Hudson has something to say about it. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is encapsulate it in a list. Oh, that's where I went wrong. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, this looks so much better. All right. And then I should be able to write whatever in here, right? Except I can't, but whatever. And then I can have a text field for a username, and you should have at state username string username text field for password text and password doesn't exist. I know. That's why we're creating it. At state password. Right now I'm designing. That's not what I should be doing, but it's the fun part of it all. Fail to diagnose. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Can't. Okay, diagnostics. Message, send failure for update, remote, human readable error, loading failed to load library app. Okay, so it's an issue with the derived data. Thus, we just clean the build folder. That sometimes works. Clean finished, building. There we go. Okay, that actually looks very much not bad. That looks very, very much not bad. So what are we going to do here? I really do not like, you don't need to be new lined. Okay. So I really do not like how it works here. Okay, so we're going to make a footer, right? Called footer. And you're going to have a button called add server, right? And you're going to have an action. Oh, wow, that's bad. That's really bad. Ain't it bad? Like that? Let's see if the documentation has something to say about section. Yeah. Use section instance in views like list, pega form. Oh, perform. Oh, I can just add it to a form like that. That might actually be much better. That might actually be much better. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this form because it is a form, right? And then it looks like that. Um, um, I'm going to call it add server, right? And I'm going to snag all of you and make a struct called add server. You're going to be a view, add, right? And then in here, body, some view, yes, and then add server, boom, boom, right? Um, what I do not like is that the tail is like that. So what if I add you here? That looks so much better, doesn't it? That looks so much better. All right, let's check out how it looks inside of here. So if I add server, it looks decent. Like, it doesn't look bad, and it doesn't need to be a navigation view. That's the best part. I do not like having like unnecessary views, right? Oh, it looks even better now because it doesn't have that overhead. Okay, let me see how it looks in content view. So add server, so much better. What about in dark mode? It's called theme. Swift UI preview dark mode. How do you do that? Oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to prefer color scheme that light. Like that. Okay. I'm going to have to because then I can just. Would you mind scrolling down, please? Would you let me scroll down, please? I would very much. Whatever. Oh, and then it. Why is that in light mode? Why is that in light mode? Oh, that looks dumb. Oh, and then down here, like, oh. Oh, so when you can only, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So add server looks like that. In dark mode, it shouldn't look like that, but it does. Interesting. Interesting indeed. That's actually pretty bad. So instead, if that might be a bad idea. But yeah, that's not an issue. Um, let's see. Is there any reason why you want to create an OPDS client? Bunty asks. Um, it's simply because I'm a snob. Okay, so right now I use this OPDS client called Clipper Companion. Let me see if I can. So if I drag you out, okay, if I Google Clipper Companion, like. Do you actually have a website? Right. So this is the current OPDS client I use. I shouldn't be too harsh on it, but like last time it was updated, that's a year and a half ago. It doesn't support dark mode. It doesn't, it's kind of slow. Developer website, nice. Like all it has a lot of ads in the free version, and I don't think it should. Like, and when I pay for it, mm, yeah, let me link it. So that's the link of the current OPDS client I use. Um, I just don't like it. I really don't like it. Do they have a blog? It looks like they have a blog. Like it's slow. It's not um, like it's slow. It's riddled with ads in the free version, and it doesn't work the way I want it to work. So like one thing my OPDS client is going to do eventually is going to once every hour or however often you set it up to, it's going to crawl every single server you have set up and then add the books to an internal database without downloading the books, only like adding the metadata so you can search for it in Spotlight, so you can like look at your what books you have. And then I also plan to make it so that it automatically downloads from new series, so if there's any series you subscribe to, stuff like that. Um, like quality of life stuff, like making sure when you're reading series that you always have the latest volume. Like if there's some author in your library you're following, always make sure that you're up to date with those, so on and so forth. Um, like I could do all this. I could just continue using Calibra Companion, but as I said, I don't like Calibra Companion. I could also just use the Calibra website. That's also an option. Um, but then it doesn't support multiple OPDS servers and so on and so forth. So yeah, what am I going to do now? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a what's called a yeah, what's it called? What's a mapping model? Core data mapping model. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's from. Oh, it's kind of old. Oh no. Oh, okay. There's some stuff about here. Persistence, whatever. Web services. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Perform potential UA blocking data tasks like passing JSON into objects in the background. Uh, so that's what I plan to do, and apparently core data allows me to do that, and that's really nice. Okay. Um, hmm. So yeah, um, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a data model, right? It is going to be a server. Boom. Should I have this in models? I think I should. Okay. How do you do? Okay. So you're going to have an entity called server. Server is going to have is server a good name? Sure, whatever. I can always find a better name later. A server is going to have a host. And host is going to be a string, right? Wait, is that URL? Oh, there's URI. All right, that's what I'm going to do. It's also going to have a username and a password. These are going to be strings. These are not going to be. I should probably hash them, but then then I'm going to unhash them, and it's going to be a. That's not what I wanted. Like, it's going to be a pain. But like, here's the thing. I want this to be. I want these two to be optional. How do I do that? I don't know how I do that. Anyways, so here, no, here. The add button is like the add server button is going to, well, add the server, right? So what to do is I need to make a function called add server, right? You take nothing and do. And then I'm just calling add server, like whatever. In the add server, what am I going to do here? I just realized I have absolutely no idea how to use core data. Yeah, bye. This is bad. Yeah, I have no idea how to creating a core data model. Um, uh, generating code. Oh, Marine is live. What? I can do it with extensions? What? Code generation, Swift, Objective-C. So I'm going to take Objective-C, whatever. Language. What's that abstract? What's that? What are you? What's abstract? What does that mean? Okay, so over here I'm going to be like extension. Interesting. Constraint. Oh, yeah, no. Spotlight. Ooh, I want that, but I need to learn how to use that. User info. What's that? What's that? I have no idea what these are. Okay. So we have server here, right? So in here, we are going to make a server. Oh, that's bad. Server is ambiguous. No, that's like proper bad. Okay, you know what? There we go. All right. Server model. Boom. Right. Boom. Jump to definition. Result of server model. What? Pre-planning, building. Oh, there. And then I'm going to be like let model server model, right? Cannot find server model in scope. I hate core data for this so much. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm, I'm gonna delete this. Can I delete it? Oh, I can. Yeah. Hmm. Abstract entity. I don't know what abstract entity means. Let's see. Cannot find, but also result of finish managed object is okay. So model that and select. I've done that. Oh, quite close. Um, but what do I do from here? Modeling data. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Wait. Generating code. After you've defined your entities, the attributes and relations as described in configuring it, specify the class that you'll use to create instances of your entities. Called data optionally generates two files to support your class, a class file and properties files. Okay. The class file declares the class as a subclass of an managed object. The properties file declares an extension to hold and is managed properties representing attributes and relationships, the accesses and helper functionalities for fetching instances of this type. Okay. And they do this in extensions. Interesting. Select code generation option. Yeah. Automatically generate. Choose class definitions when you don't need to edit the properties or functionality of the The generated source code doesn't appear in your project's file list. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean the build folder. And then I'm gonna rebuild it. Because that always helps when there's like weird stuff like this. Alright. Alright. And then we have a type for yeah, cool. And model, I can just be like model.host equals host. Right, host. Model.host equals host. Yeah. Model.password equals password. All right. Model that username equals username. All right. Can I then just say model dot save? No, I cannot. What can I then do? What can I do? There's a lot of accessibility. There's some ID here, like hash value. Okay, and entity. All right. For hash changes, has persistent changes, hash value ID accessibility is deleted as fault, is inserted as updated, managed object ID object will change, observe. Oh my god, that is a lot of stuff. Okay, you know what? Core data save data, right? Saving and fetching. Yeah. All right, getting started. So I need. Why can this not be easy? Like why can I not just have a dot save? Okay, fetch request. Right. Persistent history. Background change. Okay, using core data in the background. Let's do that. Comparing main queue and private queue. Loading and displaying a large feed. Okay. So if I do like this, right, float container equals ns persistent import core data. Persistent container name. Wait, can I? Oh, let me do that. Okay, named server. Right. Okay. Yeah, and then it's management and oh, cannot assign. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like dot let host equals URL string self dot host, right? And if it's not a host, else to do proper error management, right? So if host is not right, okay. I'm not going to care about this. Oh, like that, like that. Okay. So now I have a container. I don't know how to use that container. That task equals container new background context. Fine. Let me just call that context. Okay. All right. Now I have a context, and then I can try await. Okay. So if I make you async, then I'll have to make you fire and forget. I actually made a async, but oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, cool. Try await context dot perform, right? And then I can have all of this inside of here. Cute, right? What's a properties list? Perform with or without their waiting. For more, but here's the issue. No calls throwing. What? Is perform not throwing? Oh, it rethrows. Okay, so that means if this doesn't throw, then this doesn't throw. Okay, cool. But I have absolutely no idea how to insert. That's a fetch. Transaction in history. Yeah, but how do I insert data? Like, how do I create data? That's what I want to do, right? I want background task. Migration. That's not it. I want to do this later, but not now. Okay, essential. Setting up a stack, core data, handling different linking. Core data, insert data, untitled docs, right? Okay, creating a managed object. I've already done that, right? I have one. This is Objective-C. I don't know Objective-C. This is also Objective-C. Oh, should I look into the stack thing? Core data stack. Okay. 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 Creating a model, setting up stack. Right. Done this. Ooh. Okay. 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 Oh, there. Subclass the person. I don't need that. Uh, like, how do I? Not to curse you, but 15 minutes an hour live. Did you do anything to fix the issue? I'm not fixing any issues. Right now, I'm trying to add like databases to the system. Right now, I'm trying to add a database to the system. That's taking much longer than I anticipated, unfortunately. Should I just not use core data? Okay. Core data Swift. There's some Swift UI bindings for core data. Bringing core data concurrency to Swift and Swift UI. Oh, here's some stuff. Build apps that. Oh, that's videos. I don't need videos. Loading and displaying large data feed. Oh, here's something. Okay. Wait, isn't that what I just. This is just what I looked at. I did have something. Why can I not find it again? Core data Swift UI. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a new class in model, right? I'm gonna call it persistent store, right? And it's gonna be a class persistent store. Okay. You are going to have an init. Right now, it does nothing. And you're going to have a public static let share, which is just persistent store, like that. Okay. So what you're going to have is what I tried to make right here somewhere. Settings. you are going to have a container. Let container equals ns persistent container. Container is going to be ns persistent container, right? Okay. In memory. Oh. Container is right there. What are you talking about? Did I misspell somehow? Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, so in app delegate, no. Opds client, I'm going to say environment. The manage object context is going to be persistence controller, right? And then here I'm going to have let persistence controller equals persistence controller.share, right? And then I'm just persistence controller.container.view context, right? All right, okay, it's right there. Here's the issue. I made a typo. All right, now that I have this, now that I have this, I have access to this everywhere, which means why would I want to? I don't care about this. Okay, composing in UI, right? Mm-hmm. 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 There is a. Is this an old article? September 2020. It is. April 2021. And of course, there's no. It's just video. How to. Oh, that's a few weeks old-ish. Right, okay. Oh, observable. Sure, I can make it observable. I can also move this out here. I don't mind that. How did I do logging? I want to do more logging, okay? I'm just going to have a logger, right? Logger.error. Right. It's always good to have a logger. I like that a lot. State object, okay. Then I'm going to remove you and remember I want to state object persistence. I'm lazy like that. Okay, persistent control, right? And then here I'm gonna delete share. Cannot find login scum. Is it because it's in OS? It's probably because it's in OS. Build. Does it build? It does not. Reference. Is logger not sendable? Okay, weak self got let self equals self else. Sorry. Like, I don't see how self is ever going to crash. So actually, I'm just going to remove it. There we go. Build fail. Why did it fail this time? Cannot find context in scope. That's because it doesn't exist. Okay. So let's just remove this. Okay, build successful. All right. Oh, I can have this in. I'm gonna do that then. That's cleaner to me. That's much cleaner to me. That environment. That managed object, right? Then persistence. That container. That new context, right? Data controller is a much neater name. I'm just stealing everything from left and right. Data controller. Data. So that works. That's what I was looking for. All right. So fetch request is a way. I could not for life of me remember what it was called. So fetch request is a way to fetch everything in a data store. In this instance, it would be server, right? So here in settings, I want, like here in settings, I want like a fetch request, right? And you take sort descriptor, you're not going to take anything. I don't care about predicate. I don't care about animation. Okay, so var servers, and it's going to be all servers. Okay, and then it's going to be fetch results of types server model. Right. So server is going to be server models. It's yeah. There's nothing fancy to that. But what can I do with this? I can make a stack, right? Um, I don't I don't remember the difference between stack and list. Um, I did last more than 30 minutes. I lasted how long did I last? We are above an hour. Like first time I crashed after 30 minutes. Second time that's earlier today. I like OBS and my computer crashed after 10 minutes. I think it's an issue with Edge. I think I actually don't know. So we need a VStack and we need a list. Okay, cool. What's the difference between a list and a? I actually don't know what a list is. Developer documentations. List. What is a list? A container that presents row of data arranged in a single column, optionally provided the ability to select one or more members. Help, not at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a section and gonna have a header, and that header is going to have a text, and that text is going to be service. Right. I should add the add server to a different view, but later. I'll do that later. Right. Right. So now we have servers, and now we have add servers. So what service is going to do is it's going to take a list, right? And that list is going to be of the servers. Wow. Yo. And then I'm a server in, and then that's going to take the text server dot host, right? Train. Oh no, exact. Right. So if actually, yeah, whatever. If server dot host, and that's not the if let host equals server dot host, then I'm going to be like host dot not append, not append. Doesn't it have a host? Okay, so if let comma, what you can do here is then let host name equals host dot host. That's such a weird name. Okay, actually, you know what I can do? Dot map, and then be like dot host, like straight up. Okay, if host name, then right, right, right. Why does that one go? Flat map? Oh, neat. Now it works. Else, right? Text announced host name. That really should not happen, but just in case it does, let just it's a good idea to be prepared. And the header should have a font of title, right? Let's just assume. An hour and 9 minutes. That's the longest stream this entire series has had. So I think what is going on here is that this absolutely should be in its own section, right? But I also think that this entire thing should maybe like that, right? But now here's the issue. There is no servers. And how do we add servers? Do you tell me that, Paul? Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay, you know what? That's how I'm gonna do it. That is how I'm gonna do it. No, none of this. Right. So what I'm going to do is be like server dot host dot flatmap dot host otherwise unknown hostname, right? That's how it should be. That's absolutely how it should be. Uh, I could do some logic if there's no. Actually, let me do that. If servers dot length count is more than 0, do this thing, right? Oh. Else text no servers. I think that's a good idea to do it like that. I honestly like that idea so very much. It just needs to compile, make my iPad ready, prepare the iPhone simulator. So I think like if there's no servers, then tell the user there's no servers yet. But then how do I add, right? Then in the add servers, this is where the magic happens. Why did the build cancel? No server yet, right? See? Okay, so here I'm going to environment. Is it environment up here? No, it's just environment. Okay, cool. I'm going to steal a page from Paul's book and have a mock. Okay, so here in right, I'm giving you context, and that's mock. Why is it mock? I don't know. Ask Paul. And then I can call. Oh, try. I'm sorry. Mock. That's it, right? So what in theory should happen is when I call the add server, it should save, and then it should automatically add to the servers list. So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is HTTP. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call up the I am going to call up the simulator, because with the simulator we can simulate. Similar name. So here's the simulator, and with the simulator spawned we can simulate. It's just so very slow at loading. My God. Oh, there we go. So, first thing first, let's. Did it crash? It crashed. Unsafe raw buffer pointer with negative count. What? What? Okay. Um, I did not expect that at all. Let's see what I did wrong. Uh, if let error, right. Layout constraints. Yeah, will attempt. Yeah, make. I don't have that. So, okay, make a symbolic. Uh, I don't have any constraints. The method in UI constraint based category UI view listed in blah 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 may also be fatal error, unsafe raw buffer pointer with negative coin. I haven't done any unsafe raw buffer pointer. I'd like at least not manually. I may have some in. Okay. Anyway, start by adding this to a file. So what should that be called? Inside this class, we'll add a single property of the type NS-persistent container. I've done that, with which is the core data type responsible for loading a data model. And give us, yeah, from modern point of view, that sounds strange, but the NS part is short for next step, which was a huge operating system that Apple acquired when they bought Steve. Core data has some. Okay. That tells core data we want to use the bookworm data model. Actually, that might be the issue. Should probably have a capital S. I wonder if that'll help. I wonder if that'll help. That probably won't help, but let's try anyways. Let's see if it crashes again. Okay, so when I. Oh! And then I can just be like http :// local host ad server. Oh, and then it added. Ah, and then let me just remove that local, and then whoa, ttt add. Yo, add, add. I need to have some. Um, I need to have some code that makes sure that these servers actually exist. But yo, that's dope. Okay, next step. I think the next step actually is to test if these servers exists. How do I do that? Can I make that unique? How do I make it unique? Core data make attribute unique. How to? Ooh, okay. Constraints. Okay, so the thing is, after such a huge amount of work getting core data up and running, you'll probably run your app a few times to enjoy it all working. But it's not perfect, I'm afraid. First, you'll see GitHub commits get duplicated each time the app runs. And second, you'll notice that tapping on a commit doesn't do anything. Oh, that's bad. We'll be fixing that second problem later, but for now let's focus on the first problem. Duplicate GitHub commits. In fact, we'll probably have triplicate or quadruplet by now because each time you run the fetch edit to got received new account. Okay, select the model and make sure the commit entity is selected rather than one of its attributes. Okay. If you look in the data model inspector, you'll see a field marked constraints. Click the plus button at the bottom of that field. A new row will appear saying comma-separated properties. Click on that, hit enter to make it editable, and type SHA and hit enter. Make sure, okay. I think it should be host. I think it's the name of the, now for the important part. Go to the iOS simulator, then choose the hardware menu and erase all contents and settings, okay. Wait, what? Hardware menu, where's that? You know what? Erase. Erase. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure, whatever. Then let's rerun it. And then it's restarting. It's going to take some time. But let's read what else is going on here. Now for the, okay, before you run your project again, I want you to make one tiny code change in your viewDidLoad method and modify the load persistent store call to this. Do I have that? I do. Okay. Self.container view context merge. A property based in memory. Okay. http://localhost add. That's an issue. That's really an issue. Should it be SHA? This instructs to, if an object in the init constraint in memory terms. Go ahead and run your, okay. So I am going to, I'm going to stop you. To, again, erase all contents. Sure, just remove it, reboot, cool, read some more. As you can see, 100 commits were loaded from the persistent store, 100 new commits were pulled in from GitHub, and after core data resolved unique attributes, there were still only 100 commits in the persistent store. Perfect. If you run your project again after a few hours, the number will start to go up slowly as new commits appear on GitHub. Swift is a live project after all. Right. Okay, so it has erased. Time to run it again. And then it's doing this thing, and then boom! And then it's Okay, so I'm going to http://localhost add, and then that's only one. That's really, really nice. Okay. I should have a name, right? Like a friendly name. So I'm going to do that. Friendly name, and that's going to be a string. Press save, and settings, text field, friendly name, text name, add state, name, you're going to be a string, right? If name equals nothing, right? Then name equals host dot host or nothing, right? And then I'm going to say model dot friendly name equals name, right? And that changes a few things. So that means I can do this. Replace. So if there is no friendly name, it will be unknown host name, right? That sounds sensible. Unknown host name, cool. Can I have like that inside of here? Can I have like that ooh, and then I can do like add server. Yes. Add server, strictly speaking, doesn't need to be async, which means this doesn't need to be an async button, which means this, boom. And that means if we run it, replace, I've been streaming for an hour and a half and everything is fine. That's nice. Okay, friendly name, localhost, right? HTTP localhost. Enter. Add server. Ooh. So the thing is, if you re-enter a address, it'll override it, and that's fine. That shouldn't be a capital A. That should be a small a, because then I can la 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 HTTP localhost, right? Add server. Why doesn't it? That kind of sucks. Do I have submit? I think I'll stop streaming in 10 minutes. I did get far. That's really nice. I did get like so servers can be added. That's really, really, really nice. Okay, so let's read a bit about this. Adds an action to perform when the user submits a value to the view. To this view, sorry, to this view. Declaration, parameters, triggers. The trigger that should invoke the provided action. Action, the action that should be performed. Okay, that makes sense. All that makes sense. On submit. I'm not. Okay, so the idea is to have it on form. You can use this submit scope modifier to stop a submit trigger. Right. Then we can have an unsubmit unsearchable. Nice. Okay. Can I do it like that? Sorry. Form. Like this? Are you still going to go? This has no form. What are you talking about? It says right there. And if I add a form, it's good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make you private. 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 I'm gonna make you private, okay? I'm going to drag you out, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let form equals, right? Form, okay? And then here I'm going to have unsubmit form.add server, okay? On form. That still doesn't exist. I didn't like that hack either way. That was very. I'm still going to keep you on private because that's yeah. Jump to definition. I cannot. Search defines trigger control like text field and secure field. Sure, whatever. You can use the submit scope modifier to stop a submit trigger. Why do you have one for different views may have different triggers for the provided action. A text field or secure field will trigger this action when the user hits when a software return key. This modifier may also bind this. Okay, what do we have here? We have a lot. We have search and we have so this is actually outdated because it mentions that form, but that form doesn't exist anymore. Can I? So unsubmit is going to be related to button. Am I really going to have an unsubmit on every single one of these? I do not want that. You know what? I actually don't want an unsubmit on friendly name, but I do want on password and I do want on server host. Okay, so tapa tapa. Right. It's an issue. It's like it straight up annoys me that what? Okay. Navigation link. Server. Right. So that's not the destination. How does navigation work? Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I don't need this. Like, how do I remove that giant header? Navigation view, no headers. UI. Navigation bar hidden. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I need. Oh. Dot navigation true. Give me that. That's what I need. I don't need that giant navigation bar. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Okay, so the idea here is that like you have your server here. Right. So you have your server here, right? And then when you click next, you get into your server. And then in here you have your server settings. That's the idea. With that said, I think I should commit and exit for today. Thank you for watching. If you watched, I am honestly very grateful for that. So yeah, this is new. This needs to be added. What is that? Add everything to source control. Okay. Actually, you know what? This doesn't even exist. Okay. Okay. Push to origin. So what did we do today? We added a server settings pane. Added initial server settings pane. Did we do anything else? Added server model to core data, right? Did we do anything else? I think that is it. As I said, thank you for watching. Pushing, right? I am super, super, super happy with today's progress. Next time I stream, I hope to get more into the server settings, like adding which folders it's going to crawl. I'm also going to add force. How do you say? I'm going to add force crawl, so like it just searches everything that you've asked it to, and that's going to be next time. Um, and I think we are closing in on, like, it's a very simple app. So if we give it another week, another month, it's we're going to be able to publish it to test flight, and I'm super excited for that. Yeah. So again, what we did, we added this settings pane, which I'm super super proud of, and we like readied and like we readied being able to. I don't know what's going on with this dark mode. I don't even care. Okay, so just adds. Why is why is that an invisible? Uh, okay. Anyways, um, so oh, that's not what I wanted. That's really not what I wanted. What can I do here? Color scheme back. Anyways, so we made it easier to add servers. Next is to crawl servers. We're going to do that manually. Yeah, we added this settings pane. I'm super proud of it. It's not the prettiest, but I'm proud of it nonetheless. And yeah, then we're going to crawl, and then once we added force crawl, we are going to like take the books and add them to this page. And then after that, I already have the logic to download books and stuff like that. So that's not super difficult to add back in. I hope. Like, I honestly don't know at this point. Um, but yeah, thank you for watching. I don't know how to end this stream, so I'm just going to. I'm just used to the stream crashing on me. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll continue watching on my adventure of creating this app. Um, I hope not the next time, but the next time again, I hope to publish it to TestFlight. And I'm super excited for that. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching.